Veterans get a whole month, babes. It's in November. Did you not know that? I knew that because I actually saw.
Well, I found this video interesting and I thought, well, let me just chime in because here we are. It's June 4th. So we're 4 days into the month of June and everybody is going off about this agreement or disagreement with the fact that June is Pride Month. And we'll just talk about Mr. Williams' video for a minute. And just for what it's worth, I just want to make a quick correction because he is a teacher. I think he's a preschool teacher. Anyways, he's definitely helping shape the minds of our young children. So I don't want him to be incorrect, but you went on to say, Mr. Williams, in your video, how frustrated you are because everybody's like, why don't we celebrate vets? And no. And then you went on to make sure that you made it loud and clear that you know that there's lots of, and by the way, there's lots of veterans that are gay. You are correct. There are. And there's lots of veterans that are trans, and there's lots of veterans that are single, and there's lots of veterans that are bisexual, and there's lots of veterans that are black, white, Asian. There's all kinds of veterans, right? There's Americans. They're Americans. They get up every day, they strap a gun to their chest, and they go out to protect the rights that you and I have. But what I found really disheartening, and something that I don't think that you found to be what was like, I don't know what's happened to modesty in this country, but you wanted to make the point. You said, trust me, I know there's a lot of veterans in the military that are gay because I've had a few of them that gave me lockjaw. So do you think it's a proud moment? Is that what gay pride is about? Is it about being able to come on the internet and say I've had, 130 sausages tickling my tonsils? I mean, I don't know. I feel like gay pride, gay pride started in the 70s. And when I think about that and I look back at the history of it, because you might think that I don't care about gay rights and all the other things. I actually think that it should be left out of church and state. And if you believe one way because you're a Christian, it shouldn't have anything to do whether or not the state is deciding if these people can get married or have rights and be able to have insurance for one another and all the things. That's an argument you take up with your state. But coming on here and saying that you're gagging down a few veterans, and by the way, the veterans, they do get their month. And you said, I know this because I celebrate them the whole month. Well, shame on you because you're not celebrating them in the month of November. They get one day and they get a veteran parade and they have Veterans Day. And at that parade, just for what it's worth, we're not seeing things like this. Hang on. Because if this is your idea of what, gay pride looks like and gay parades are, and this is what we want our children subject to, you're wrong. And there have been a ton of people from the gay community who have come on here and have literally said gay pride is not what it was intended to be. Today's gay pride is not what it was intended in 1970 back in New York, because they were fighting for their rights and they were taking pride in who they are, who they love, and all the things, right? That's what it was about. Now it's a freak show. It's a freak show because if I go into downtown Denver and try to take my son somewhere where they're having a gay parade, he's going to see purple dildos hanging off of people. He's going to see people doing lewd acts of sexual activity. He's going to see all kinds of insanity because that's what gay pride parades have turned into. So don't get on here and say that we're disgusted, that we are aggravated, that people are sensationalizing this and nationalizing it and making it like a fun day. I don't care, Mr. Williams, what you do in your bedroom. I don't care how many you do. I don't care how many are veterans, nurses, doctors. I don't give a rat's ass. I really don't give a shit. What I do care about is the fact that we can no longer go anywhere with it being shoved down our throats. I don't want to tickle my tonsils with what you got going on in your bedroom and all the other things. I don't care. I don't need my children exposed to it. If I want to deal with my children and their sexuality and helping raise them, I'm going to do it in such a way that is comfortable within my own home, because that's what modesty is. It never should have been about making it this big public parade and day and something that we spread around. Do you see a bunch of heterosexuals just giving blowjobs in the middle of the street and doing all of those things just to be like, hey, I love my husband. I just want you to know that I'm a heterosexual. Let me stick my hand down his pants. Hey, let me lift my boobs up so that you all know, hey, I'm straight. Do you love me enough? I mean, that's not what the pride was about. It was supposed to be about when you got your equal rights. And now what has gone away? You can get married. You can put each other on your insurances. You can get married in a church if you want. The Pope has recognized you. Like, I'm not sure what other rights that you're fighting for. Now, if you want to say that because we don't like the idea of when we walk down the street, we see this insanity in parades, that makes us homophobics, I'm not a homophobic. I have quite a few friends, actually, that are part of the LGBTQIA plus community. And I love them and I adore them. No different than my straight friends, no different than my single friends, no different than my married friends. What I don't adore and what I don't appreciate and what I don't like is having to answer questions to my children children when I go down the street because they're seeing what's happening in the privacy of people's bedrooms now being displayed all over the street. And if you want to tell me that that's not what's happening at the gay parades, ask the majority of the gay community, because it's very few that I see coming on here anymore that are actually wanting to embrace what's happening at gay pride parades, because they have turned into a mother effing circus show. And it's disgusting. The lewd behavior that's out, it's gross. I wouldn't want to see heterosexual people doing it. And it's not because I'm a prude, but take it to the bedroom, or take it to a hotel room, or get an Airbnb, or go do it in the woods. So, like, do you have to be doing it and discussing it and throwing it in everyone's faces 24/7? And for what it's worth, when you talk about the month of veterans, it's actually May. Did you know May is Military Appreciation Month? You should know that. It's a special time for those in and out of the military. It's a time designated to honor, recognize contributions, sacrifices, and services of the members of the armed forces, past and present. So if you are discussing it, Mr. Williams, in your classroom with children, let them know that we honor veterans every day, all day for the month of May. But most people don't know that, and you won't hear anybody talk about it. Did you see anyone talking about it last month? And I love how you made the reference of, like, well, honey, go to some of your favorite spots like Applebee's and Big Lots, because, you know, you're not pigeonholing or stereotyping people that are not gay, right? Because we're not shopping at more gay, affluent type stores. Is that what you're saying? If we ate at more gay, I mean, come on. When does the division stop? Let's just stop it. Okay? I genuinely don't care what you do with your lifestyle. I don't care who you take home. You're not offending me. You're not offending me. What my beliefs, what my Christianity represents, what my faith represents, need to be held separate and apart from what you are doing. That is your own personal choice. It is not mine. And it is not mine to be the judge and jury for. But I am getting a little sick and tired of having to wake up every day in the month of June listening to people that are part of the rainbow community sitting here talking about how they don't get enough rights. I'll be honest with you. As a Christian, I feel like I've lost any ability and right to talk about and do anything that I want. We couldn't have a worship day, a praise in the park in Seattle. We had to be abashed by 1 million people telling us to get out, that we didn't have the right to do that. Why? Why do you have the right to walk around with purple dildos in the middle of a parade, in the middle of a street, and I can't go out there and say, hallelujah, praise my God? Whether you believe in my God or not is up to you. I'm not going to slam it down your throat. That's a choice for you. That's between you and God. It has nothing to do with me. But shame on you, and shame on other people for making us feel as though we cannot do this, but yet we're supposed to embrace this community and just nationalize and socialize. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. And I think most of Americans are too. And again, let me be clear. Let me make this clear. I don't give a shit about your lifestyle. I think you should be free to come and go as you please. That's the beauty of living in America. That's the beauty of, Christianity is a choice. It's not something you should ever be influenced or, it should be bashed down your throat. Like I said, we should all be able to live freely. It's a choice that we get. It's why the good Lord doesn't force it upon you. You either choose him or you don't. You want to choose a man to go to bed with today? Then go ahead. You don't? If it's something that you say, it's not a choice, it's the way that I woke up, I don't know. Sometimes I disagree with that. I know a lot of people, and as I said, I've got quite a few friends that have struggled with this lifestyle their whole life. Like, they literally feel this inner torture, and for that, it breaks my heart. But I'll tell you, the JoJo Siwas of the world are making you all look like fools. Because don't tell me that that girl was a lesbian her whole life, and then just when her career was dying, all of a sudden became a lunatic lesbian who was dressing in bondage and making insane videos, and then she was the spokesperson for lesbians, but now she's in the most loving, heterosexual, beautiful relationship. Did she just wake up and not be a lesbian today? And so I feel bad for the people that have literally struggled their whole life because they feel as though they woke up and this is who they are. This is who they were born to be, and they were born that way. They have same-sex attraction. That's who they're attracted to. Those are the people that have wanted pride parades. Those are the people that have been fighting for it, been fighting for the rights their whole life. People like JoJo Siwa, she actually does a disservice to people. So I don't know. Why don't some of you chime in on this? But really, enough with the whole because veterans get enough recognitions. They never get enough recognition. Half of them are homeless. They don't know what they're going to do with their lives because when they get out, they had nothing equipping them to even go on and live in the normal place because they're all traumatized from what they've been put through, representing us and defending us. Give me a break. I don't know. I'm over it. And I'm not celebrating Pride Month. I'm not celebrating who you're sleeping with or how many Navy men you've had in your mouth. Sorry, not sorry.